everyone, welcome back to the channel. So it's a glorious Friday afternoon here in North Yorkshire, and me and Tris, we've just come out camping for the evening. Now we've left the car at the market town of Helmsley, waiting park for 24 hours for £6, and we're heading out on the first leg of the Cleveland Way. We're not doing the Cleveland Way, we're going to be coming back to get the car tomorrow, but we're in training. We're doing the West Highland Way in, it's about 5 weeks, is it?
In 5 weeks?
Yeah, about 5 or 6 weeks, so we thought we'd better get out and get some miles done with the backpacks on. Trish's backpack weighs something like, well, it weighed about 3.5 kilograms until I started putting wine and stuff in it. But it's about 5 now, isn't it?
It's about 5 with the wine, the tonics, the gin.
Yeah. I'm at about 9.5, which to me is ultra light. But I've got a couple of beers in there, a litre of water, some porridge, 4 hot dog sandwiches, a load of coffee, breakfast bars, you name it, it's in there. So I think my base weight will be probably around 7 kilograms, which is pretty good. But I might try and refine it before we get on the West Highland Way. But so far so good. It's really enjoyable, isn't it, Tris? It's a lovely day.
A lovely day.
We're getting a nice bit of weather. I guess everyone is up and down the British Isles at the moment. So we'll catch up with you in a while. So we're just heading towards Rievaulx Abbey now. We're not going to bother having a look because we've visited it quite a few times in the past, and we've just passed a couple of other backpackers who are doing the entire Cleveland Way with their 5 dogs, and I think they're heading towards Sutton Bank as well, so we might see them later on. Scared about getting the new shoes dirty, aren't you, Tris?
Yeah.
So there's a few interesting buildings along this section. We've walked along here before. There's a few cabins. I'll just turn the camera around when we get a bit closer and give you a look. So you've got this cabin here which looks fantastic. I think it's almost like a bar. I reckon it must be for the hunting parties around here. So you've got another little shed there which you can't really make out, so I'm using a GoPro, but it's crazy, we've been in it before. And there's a little fire pit in the middle and loads of empty gin bottles. But I'm pretty sure this is for all the hunters. In fact, it says on that cabin down there some Abbey Sporting, so it must be a sporting lodge. So we've come into Cold Kirby. It's a lovely old church there behind that house. I think it's just a short walk through the village and then out the other side. So this section of the walk's pretty good actually. Once you get out of Cold Kirby, you're walking through farmers' fields, but you get a really nice view of the North Yorkshire countryside, and I can start to hear the road now, so I think we're getting near the Sutton Bank. So we've just come out of the farmers' fields and we're walking up next to this forest, which it's also pretty good potential for wild camping here. Definitely be ideal for a hammock camp. See a few rabbits amongst the undergrowth. Yeah, this isn't a bad spot. So a section of this route takes you by the A170, which is behind us. It's only about 100 metres, but it's not a particularly nice stretch. And then you come off towards the gliding centre, and I think it's a few hundred metres down this forest track, and you get to the White Horse, which is etched into the side of a hill. It's like a chalk horse. So we'll go and have a look at that, and then we'll make our way along towards Sutton Bank. I think it's about 5 o'clock now, and it'll get dark at 7, so we've got a couple of hours to find somewhere to pitch the tent away from the road and away from the path. So we're just heading towards the finest view in England apparently, and we've just definitely seen some evidence of Bigfoot here. I mean, that is a Bigfoot shelter without a doubt. Probably made by the Yorkshire Yeti at some point. It's the only thing strong enough to do this. Trish, what do you think?
Yeah, whatever. Well, we can actually get in from there.
Trish, you could possibly sleep in there tonight.
No.
You want to give it a go? Nah, don't get in there, man. It looks like it's going to collapse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we've just found this bench here. Cracking view, so I think we might find somewhere around here to camp. So I'm just going to go and have a look up in these woods. I do know if you continue through here, you end up getting onto the moors. Now this looks half decent, doesn't it? Oh, I think this looks perfect. Just dive in here, pitch the tent, and in the morning we can be up and back out on the trail. I'll have a look around and see if I can find anything else, but if I can't, I think this will do. So I've had a look around, and I think my original place, it was ideal. It's the best spot I've found. So I'm just going to sit on that bench and open a beer now, I think. And obviously we're in England. You're not allowed to wild camp without the landowner's permission. So what we'll do is we'll pitch really late, just before dark. Oh, actually this looks like a decent spot. Yeah, that does look good actually. It's alright there, doesn't it? Get the tent in here. Bit close to this cycle track though. What was I saying? Yeah, we'll get in late as it's getting dark, get the tent up, and then I'll set my alarm for 6 in the morning. We'll wake up, pack everything away, sit and have a coffee, and then, you know, off you go, and no one's any the wiser that you've been there. It's the way it should be done, and you can get away with it 99.9% of the time anywhere in England. I think it's pretty much just a sheer drop down there. Very scary. Staying away from that edge. Well guys, it's time for a beer. Triss has got a, do you know what I bought Triss? Do you know I've got that lovely Snow Pig cup? I got Triss a small one. It's actually better than mine because the handles stay out. They don't mind like make a noise. Hold on. But the good thing about it is that it just fits inside the 450. So I'm going to use this as a lightweight cook kit for myself. I do have a lid for this, so I can boil my water in that and have me brew in that. But for tonight, Tris, your cup belongs to you. I've got a Brewdog Elvis juice here, which is probably about 7 degrees, so not great, but I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, that's all right. Cheers, everyone.
So I forgot to put the tonic in.
Yeah.
And I just had the gin.
Trish was going neat. Forgot to put the tonic in and just started slurping the neat gin. Didn't like it, did you?
Actually, it wasn't too bad.
Is it not?
No, it's quite nice, that gin. I don't know, it's the mug. It's
Yeah,
making
it's the mug.
me.
It's the snow pink mug.
It's making me do strange things.
Yeah, so we don't think anyone's around now. It's
Oh, I don't know.
Are you saying anyone? Like it?
No, but it's just, you just don't know.
Yeah, it's getting a bit dark. We're probably probably maybe 3/4 of a mile in from the road. I don't think anyone's going to be coming by now. But I've got
If they are coming and they're doing what we're doing.
Wildcamp. I wonder if that old couple make it.
But they said Sutton Bank, so they'll probably go that way.
Yeah,
They might go to
you can't
that
really camp up there though, can you?
Yeah, you'd think they'd come here,
Yeah,
wouldn't
they'll
they?
have to come here, I think.
Well, one day going all the way to...
Osmotherley, which I think is like stage 1 of the Cleveland Way.
Oh, right.
I don't know how many miles it is, like I think it might
We
be
need
12.
to aim for that.
Well, aye, but not enough. This is good enough for me. Well guys, it's getting dark, as you can see. It's 7 o'clock. So I've just gone into the woods back there and I've just pitched the tent, which was fun in the dark, but it's up there. So we're just going to sit and watch the rest of this sunset, I think, and then we'll retire to the quarters. So there'll not be much filming, if any filming, from now on until the morning. So we'll see you then. Good morning everyone. Had a pretty solid sleep there. It's about 10 to 6 in the morning. You can just see the sun coming up behind me. I'm just going to go and have a look out this way while Tris packs her stuff up in the tent, and then I'll take the tent down and then we'll go back to this bench. I think we'll have coffee, some breakfast, and then we'll head back the way we came. But there's a hell of a lot of wildlife around here. Something came past the tent last night at about 3. It must have been a deer or a badger, the noise it was making. But yeah, up nice and early. It's going to be another fine day, and the visitor centre's not too far from here, so by about 8 o'clock I think the day trippers I'll be swarming around, but we'll be gone by then. I'll just turn the camera around and give you a look at the view. So we're just having some breakfast. We've got a coffee on the go, just using those Nescafe 2-in-1 little sachets. Pretty nice. Not as nice as real coffee, mind, but good enough for camping. And I've got an instant porridge in this little Sierra cup. Don't know if anyone's heard of these before. They were like famous and well used by campers in the the first 3/4 of the 20th century, and no one really uses them anymore for various reasons. I think they were invented by John Muir, the naturalist and outdoorsman in the Sierra Mountains in California. I think he started a club in 1905 called the Sierra Club, and these were known as the Sierra Club cups. They used to just hook them onto the belt. You've got a handle there that you can just slip onto your belt, and as you're out and about you can just scoop up water from streams for a drink. Obviously you can have coffee in them and stuff like that, but to be honest they're not really much use apart from with porridge. So when you make an instant porridge it's always red hot. Now one of the downsides of using one of these as an actual cup is that it's got such a wide surface area. Your coffee goes cold really quickly, and it's you know, it's pretty wide and it's difficult to drink out of, so it's actually not really much use as a cup. And I think no one has really used them since about 1975, but they're excellent for porridge because you've got that nice wide area on the top, and obviously porridge is always red hot, and it just helps it cool down. And they're also pretty good for if there's a few of you and you've got a pot of food on and you just want a little bowl to eat out of.
A scoop.
Yeah, like a scoop type thing. That's what people used to use them for, man. You could like scoop snow with them and everything, but no one uses them anymore.
Shovels for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, because you've got something like this which is far more practical until it comes to the porridge. But this one, it's a Snow Peak one, obviously, titanium. It only weighs 38 grams, so it's worth bringing along, I think. I mean, they do have a classic look about them. Yeah, so there's a bit of info on me Sierra cup. It's almost stone cold already, this porridge.
Well, we should put in the other thing, maybe it's not a good idea.
So Tris has already decided to have a rest.
But it is at the best view in England.
Yeah, I mean, look at that view. Fantastic. So it's about 8:15 now, and we've done 4.5 miles. Is that right, Tris?
Yes, we've done 4.5 miles.
4.5 miles, and we've passed a couple of other people who were wild camping. Yesterday we passed this old couple, and they had 4 or 5 dogs with them, and they're camped down next to that sporting lodge that we passed yesterday. And then we just saw another woman literally just down there in the valley. She was just brushing her teeth, and she took her tent and everything down. So people are wild camping along the Cleveland Way, isn't there? It's going to be another beautiful day. It's nice and cool in the shade, which is ideal for walking, but I can already feel the heat in the sun. So hopefully we should be in Helmsley within the next probably hour and a half, I reckon.
Yeah, in time for breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast, man, I'm starving. The porridge I had this morning didn't even touch the sides. So we're about a mile outside of Helmsley now. So I think we're pretty much done for this little micro adventure. We've had a pretty good time, haven't we, Trace?
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, last night was good, just sitting there on top of Sutton Bank and just watching the sunset. It was really nice. And it's been a good opportunity to get some training in, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
So we've done it's a round trip of 16 miles, which is good for a start. So yeah, we're just going to march on into town now and get something to eat. So as ever, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch up with you again in the next one.
Bye.